Hey everyone, welcome back to Cuddy's bookshelf. So I need to replenish my cart. We have a empty cart. There is nothing on it, so we need to wrap some books. And last time I did this, I did take you around my library with me to pick them off my shelves. But the other night, it was middle of the night as usual with me, I was like, oh, I need to do that. I really need to replenish my cart. So what books do I want to put in there? So I was just like, just wandering around my library, and I was like, oh, that one would be a good one. Picked it off, obviously. Then I went and then I ended up with 30 books, and I was like, wow, I suppose I'm not doing that on camera this year. So yeah, I've picked 30 books out to wrap. I thought I would make this video so you can see what I'm actually wrapping, and you can see what I could potentially be reading, well, what I will be reading this year. So I've added 5 more books on from last time I did this. Just because, I don't know, it was just the amount of books I pulled off, and there's so many other books that I need to get to this year, honestly. It is ridiculous, but I'm so excited for it also. But yeah, I'll talk through them, and then I will show you me wrapping them and setting the cart up for February's TBR unwrapping. So with the books that's on my cart, what I do is pick out books on my shelf that I am really excited to read, but they're not on my immediate TBR, they've been on there a while, just so that every month I pick out at least 5 books that I am needing to get to on my physical TBR. It's just the books that are getting overshadowed by new releases or continuation of series, and that I'm getting really excited for, and end up putting these back and back and back. So this is my way of forcing myself to get to those books. So the first one is Cunning Women. This is a witchy read, so they use the word cunning instead of witch. And I think this is about a woman called Sarah, who her mother is a cunning woman, and the town mistreats Sarah because of her mum being a witch. And it's like her story or something like that. But when I did buy this, it was a while ago now, I was really excited for it. But then other witchy books got in the way, and this just keeps getting put back, and I want to actually read it. So this is the first one. The next one is a Natalie Hayes book, so it is a Greek mythology retelling, and it is 1,000 Ships. I always like to try and mix up the genres in this wrapping, so each month I get a mix of different books. So this is the Greek mythology retelling that I've chose, and I have not read this. I've heard really good things about it, and it's Natalie Hayes, and she's incredible when it comes to Greek mythology retellings, so really excited for that one. The next book I'm putting on here is a book a bit like Memoirs of a Geisha, where it's a film that I absolutely adore, but then I've never read the book, and it is Jurassic Park. So this is the Folio Society edition of Jurassic Park, because I absolutely love the Jurassic Park films. If you know me well, you know that I am obsessed with dinosaurs and nature and animals and David Attenborough, basically. I really wanted to read this, and this was a Christmas present a couple of years ago from my husband, and I still haven't read it. So I am wrapping it and putting it in this, so I will get to it, and I'm really excited for it. Have any of you read Jurassic Park? Because I'm interested to see how close it is to the movie. Let me know. The next book is a book that I actually hauled quite recently, and it is Claire Keegan's Antarctica. I really loved the book Foster from Claire Keegan, and this one, even though it is short to begin with, it is short stories inside of this, and I just really enjoyed Claire Keegan's writing style when I read it. I thought it was beautiful. She's got an amazing writing style about her, and I really want to get to this one, and there's a couple more that I have on my shelf of Claire Keegan that I also want to get to, so I'll keep them for times when I'm just craving a bit of a short story, and put this one on this wrap up. So the next book is In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Mercado. I really want to get to this. I do have, what was the other one? Her Body and Other Parties. I really want to get to that one also, but this one is about, I think it's about a memoir, but each chapter is like a different way of approaching something or something like that, like someone's different ways to write a memoir, and it's supposed to be amazing, so I'm really looking forward to it. Then last year I did read The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, but when I did read that I did mention The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I really want to read a Taylor Jenkins Reid book. I've not read one yet. This will be my first. I really hope that I enjoy it, because I know a lot of people like, is it Daisy Jones and the Six? Is it that one that everybody likes, where it's like a band? But yeah, I really want to get to one of her books, and this is the one that I'm wanting to get to, so I will read it this year. The next lot of books are romance books, so I will fly through these. It is Funny Feelings by Tara Dewitt. This is an author that I've literally just hauled this. It's an author that I've never read from before, but I have brought a few of her books now. I've got some for a future haul as well that's just come, and I just really want to try and find another romance author that I really like. And this cover I just really love. It really drawn me in, and it says, Finley Jones is a loud, chaotic and hilariously clever stand-up comedian on the way to stardom, and it is about her being in love with her manager and that whole romance. So I'm really looking forward to this. Really want to get to it. So it's being wrapped. This one is an extremely old book that I have now got the second one too, that come out years after, but it's a recent buy. And this one is The Mister by E.L. James. It is the author that wrote the 50 Shades books, and when I read the 50 Shades books I really enjoyed them, whilst knowing they're not the best written books. That they got very hyped, but it was in a time where spicy romance wasn't really a massive thing. Don't get me wrong, it was still out there, but it wasn't a massive thing like it is now, and so people went absolutely nuts over them. But I enjoyed them when I read them, and I'm eager to see how E.L. James's writing is in this series. So yeah, The Mister. The next book is Hooked. This is a smutty Peter Pan retelling. So it is about James, Captain James Hook, and Peter, who are sworn enemies. And one day, Peter's daughter, Wendy, walks into James's bar, and James finds her very attractive, and it's something that goes along from there. I'm excited to read it. I love Peter Pan, and I just really love the retelling side of it, that it's going to be like a smutty romance. Yeah. The next one is, I'm still making my way through Tessa Bailey's books, and it is Happenstance. I'm really excited for this one. This was gifted to me by my mama, so thank you, mama. And I just really want to get to it. Another contemporary romance, Tessa Bailey, and I think it will be a nice palette cleansers from some of the bigger books that I'm putting in the cart this year. It's the same with this one, and it is Beach Read by Emily Henry. I have read all of Emily Henry's, I think, that she's got out so far, other than this one. I really enjoyed Book Lovers and Happy Place by Emily Henry, so I'm really excited to get to this one. So Beach Read is on there. Obviously, if you don't know me very well, I don't like reading the backs of my thrillers or contemporary romances, because especially when I know I'm going to read them very soon. So I'm sorry for the vagueness, but it's another one. And I have The Spanish Love Deception and The American Roommate Experience, both by Elena Armas, and these are two that have been on my shelf a little while now, and I just really thought that because I've got some chunkers to go on my cart this time. I just really wanted to put some romances on there. They're not ones that I'm immediately drawn to when I look at my romance shelves, so I just wanted to put them on there so I can get them read, see what I think. And yeah, so they're all of the like contemporary smutty romances. So the next book, I can't believe I actually haven't read yet, because I love J. Kristoff's books, and this is Empire of the Vampire, and soon is it Empire of the Damned? I think that's what the next one's called, is coming out, and I haven't read this one yet, and I really want to get to it. So this is a vampire fantasy, that's all I really know. J. Kristoff is one of those authors that's like an auto-buy author for me, and when I knew that he was doing a vampire fantasy, I was like, sign me up, I will take it. So I'm not too sure what it's about, but it is a chunker, and I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. So the first fantasy is J. Kristoff. Then another one is R.F. Kuang's Babel. I have seen so much hype for this book, and I'm so excited to get to it, because obviously I am getting through the Poppy War trilogy this year, which is also by R.F. Kuang, and I just want to read all of her works, and I'm really excited about it. So Babel, yay. So the next book is Silver in the Bone. I recently hauled this. I was really excited about it because it is Alexandra Bracken who did Law, and I really enjoyed Law when I read that. So I'm really excited to pick this one up. And it says, break the curse before it breaks you. And it says, driven by love, revenge and pure adrenaline, this is the stunning new novel from one of the top fantasy authors writing today. Just really excited about it. So yeah, another fantasy. I am now going into the fantasy romance books, and the first book I want to show you is the Bargainer series. I have read this series, so this is 4 books bound into one, but it's been a while since I read it, and I really loved it when I read it, and I've been enjoying rereading the books that I adored and just falling in love with them even more. And this is one of the series that I really want to get to. This series is about Callie and the Bargainer. The Bargainer is a person that you make deals with. So he grants you a favour, but you owe him one back. And when he grants you this favour, there is beads that he puts around, black beads that he puts around your arms, and each bead is a favour. And Callie has hundreds of these beads, which is not normal. Normally people only have one, and the Bargainer comes to collect, but she has hundreds, and this is about him coming back to claim his favours, and it is such a good fantasy romance series. I love it so much. So this book, I know that there's quite a few in this series out at the minute, and I brought this when this was the only one out. So it is A Deal with the Elf King, a Married to Magic novel, and I have no idea anymore what this is about. I just know it's a fantasy romance and that this book is really beautiful. It's going on here because I either want to read it, and if I love it, carry on buying the series, or unhaul it because it's been on my shelf quite a while now and I just need to get to it. Another one is a book that I hauled really recent, and it is Lightlark, and already I feel like, because there's so many books that I am so excited about, that it's already getting overshadowed. So I wanted to stick it on here to read. I've heard a mixed reviews about this. I really need to know if I need to buy the second one, so I really want to get to the first one. And this is about a place called Lightlark that appears every 100 years for these deadly games to go on, and people from 7 realms fight to break their curses, something along them lines. I love a book. Apparently it's got romance in it also, so I love a book with romance, trials, fantasy book. You've got me. Take me away. Oh, I like that the corners of this book has the thorn type designs on it, like that. So now I'm going to go on to the thriller books. And again, I'll just fly through these because I don't want to read the backs. So the first one is Black Eyed Susans. I've had this on my shelf for so long and I just haven't picked it up. I really need to get to it. It sounds good when I first picked it up. I can't really remember what it's about now, but I know that I was really excited. You know when you have that feeling of excitement when you pick a book up? I've still got that for it, but back then I knew why I had it, but I'm excited to get to it anyway. A thriller book. Next one is One of Us is Lying. This I have had for ages. This has been on here for years, and I have all of the Karen M. McManus books that look like this with the thing, and I think this actual book is just a trilogy. And yeah, I've got all these other ones. I'm like, well, what's the other ones about? So, but I just kept buying them when I saw them and that it was a new one out. So I really need to get to it. A geek, a jock, a criminal, a princess, a murderer. Who would you believe? That's the tagline? I don't know. I don't know. So I need to get to it. Because if I don't like it, I've got so many books from this author that I need to unhaul. The next thriller is The Whispering Muse. So this is about a theatre there's like a rumour going around that this theatre is cursed. I know that it's got Greek mythology in there somewhere, but yeah, that's all I really know about it, but I really want to get to it. Let's take me to a cursed theatre any day. I want to read about it. So the next book is a Grady Hendrix book. I love most of Grady Hendrix books. Some of them just fall a little flat for me, and I'm hoping that How to Sell a Haunted House will be one that I love. I just can't wait to get to another Grady Hendrix. So this is horror. And then the next one is Paula Hawkins' Slow Fire Burning. Had this on my shelf for quite a while now and just not picked it up. This is from the same author of The Girl on the Train. I never read that one. I didn't like the film, so it just put me off, but I'm excited about this one. And then, going into a different genre, this is the non-fiction genre, and it is Abroad in Japan. So this was kindly gifted to me by Jennifer, thank you. This is about a man that's lived in Japan for 10 years. Apparently, I think he's a YouTuber. I heard from when I hold this, I am not sure. I've not watched any of his stuff. It is Chris Broad. It's basically about a man who has gone to Japan. He's been there for 10 years, and it's his time in Japan, going through both the rural side of Japan and the anime, you know, city type Japan also. So really looking forward to this. I love Japan so much. It is my dream place to travel to, and I'm looking forward to reading about it. I just really want to get to that book, so I'm making sure I get to it this year. And then the next one is a true crime, and it is The Stranger Beside Me by Anna Rule. This is about Ted Bundy, who is a serial killer. This is his friend's story, and that she wouldn't believe what he did with, like, it was two different people. Everybody knows Ted Bundy as a split personality. You wouldn't think he did the crimes that he did because of the way that he presented himself. So this is her story. Really want to get to that. Then I have I Am Hitman. This is by Anonymous. So this is a man that used to be a hitman, and it's his stories of what he used to get up to. It just intrigued me. So there's that one. Then I've got one middle grade on this, and it is Skander and the Unicorn Thief. I really wanted to get to this. The third one comes out this year. I have got the second. I'm hoping that once I read this one, I will fall in love with it and jump straight into the next one. So yeah, I'm really excited to get to this. This is about Skander, and Skander has always wanted to be a unicorn rider and one of the lucky people that get to hatch a unicorn. I mean, don't we all? And it follows their story. I'm just really excited to get to Skander and the Unicorn Thief. I've heard really good things about this, so excites me loads. The last two books are mangas. One I picked up, I think, but saying that, both of these I've picked up really recent, and I do have a backlog of ones that I do need to get to from different series, but I thought I'd put these recent ones on here, and then if I do fancy them, I've got no choice but to read other ones anyway. And it is Goodbye Eerie. This is about a boy that really loves filming, and his mother has asked him to film her in her final moments. She is dying, and I just think it's going to be a beautiful, heartbreaking manga, and I'm looking forward to it. So there's that one. And the next one is Mimi's Tales of Terror. So this is drawn by Ginger Itsu. I'm really excited for it. The original story is by Hirokatsu Kahara and Ichiro Nakayama, and I'm really excited to see how Ginger Itsu draws someone else's story. I'm really looking forward to it. I love Ginger Itsu so much. He's a horror genius within manga, and that is all 30 books. I'm sorry if this has been really vague, but I am about to read these soon. I'll be picking 5 to 7 of these out in February, so I don't want to really know much about them. I love going into my books blind. So I'm going to wrap these bad boys and start filling my cart.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall. Praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black.
That is all 30 books wrapped and ready to go. Here is the TBR cart for 2024. I cannot wait to get it started. Let me know if any of the books that I have mentioned and wrapped in this video you have read or you have on your TBR. I know a lot of them are very old that I haven't got to yet. But yeah, let me know. Beanie come to say hello. So, hello everyone. I am looking forward to reading them, and I hope that you enjoyed me showing you what is on the TBR for this year. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more from me, please subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! So I've added 5 more books. This is like a Richie? No. I always like to try and mix up the genre that is genre. Claire Keegan's Antarctica, a memoir, but Beanie. So, what's his daughter's name? Wendy. I love that. Smutty same with this one. It's Emily Hemley's Beetroot. Too, when I look at my romance, I can't believe that I haven't got to this yet, and it is Grey Christoph's new name. I'm now going into the fantasy romanced genre. The next one is The Whispering Muse. A lot of these I've had for quite a while. Oh dear. And oh, thank you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. My back from wrapping all of those is killing me. Please don't judge me on my dodgy wrapping. I'm really excited about these. Can't wait to get to them. So many books, so little time.